Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Wednesday, hump day. We getting it there, guys. We're almost done with this work week. Whoop whoop. I'm just saying, tomorrow's Thursday. That's all I'm saying. It is January 17th, 2024. Hey new subscribers, welcome to my channel. Hope you like sitting on the couch talking and hashing out General Hospital. Hey current subscribers, thanks for sticking with me. All of you are very much appreciated. And if you haven't liked and subscribed already and you like the content, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It really does help. But anywho, did y'all have a good General Hospital today? I know I have been having some really good General Hospital today. I don't know about you guys. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know. I don't know. General Hospital, they've been top tier, okay? Top tier. And I guess I really can't say that since I don't watch. I follow some of the other soaps, but I don't really watch them. I don't have time. I wish I did. But then I wouldn't have a job, and I don't wish that. So, anyway, but it was GHing for you guys today, because I know GH was GHing for me. Oh, yes, it was, honey. Highlight time. Ooh, okay, I know we were all going back and forth about the Nicholas about the Spencer and Esme and let Nick take the baby and how was he going to play that out. I want to say he played that out Cassadine-like worthiness. Straight Cassadine worthiness. His forefathers and grandfathers and uncles would be proud. Yes, they would. Would Courtney, his mother, be proud? Probably not, no. But, the Cassadine family, oh yes. Oh yes, he was deemed worthy today, honey. What else? Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all let me know how y'all feel about in this comments about how Drew was coming at Michael. Yeah, Michael is Michael, but who is you? Ooh, we'll talk about that when we get into that story. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. And what else? Ooh, well, am I forgetting? When Willow grew the backbone that we were all hoping that she would have, and basically he just poured bleach on Nina's plans of them getting back together or anything else for that matter. I was like, oh, shit, okay, Willow ain't too, but let's talk about it. And as always, guys, leave your comments in the comments section, your highlights in the comments section. Y'all know I love y'all comments. I do. And people be like, why are you loving everybody's comments? Because I love the fact that you're taking your time to tell me how you feel about our soap. So let's get into it, guys, shall we? General Hospital today was at the hospital. And I ain't gonna lie, I like it when it's at the hospital. I like the hospital stories. It's a hospital. But anywho, we're at the hospital chapel. And we got my girl Carly up in there. And she's lighting a candle. And I was thinking, she might be lighting a candle for Adam. But, or she could be lighting the candle for her mom, Bobby. Because she's still mourning the loss of her mother, And she's telling how much she just misses her mom. And I'm pretty sure she would like to have her mom here right now, especially with everything that Josh is going through. So then Drew walks in and she was like, she was surprised that he knew she was there. And he was like, well, I went by the house and then, here I am checking up on you. I heard about what happened with Josh. And Carly gives him the update on Adam and how he attempted suicide, and Carly tells him about how Adam's parents push him so hard. And I'm not gonna speak on the irony of Drew speaking about being an aggressive parent, but I'm gonna speak on it because it was ironic, like that song, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? So he And I say this because when have you been a dad? The only time I've seen Drew be a dad is when he tried to throw his weight around and aggressively push his daughter to go to a school that he ain't even introduced her to or warmed her up to. I think that was a little bit of aggressive. Okay, before y'all come at me, not to the level of Adam's parents, okay? But still, maybe just Drew talking about being a dad, period, just is like, boy, be a dad first. How about that? How about be the dad first and stop running around and leaving the country all the time and be there for your kid? But it was just ironic that he was speaking on parenting. And Drew says, mistakes are what, and Drew does make a good point though. He's like, well, mistakes are what make you learn. Mistakes are what make you learn. And Carly's like, yeah, no, that's what he said. Mistakes are what make you learn. I don't know why I was looking for more than that. Mistakes are what make you learn lessons in life. And that's true. That's true. Without any mistakes, how we gonna know? You know what I'm saying? And Carly, well, she's the queen of that. And she says, story of my life. And they start laughing. And he's like, exactly. And look how you turned out. Carly talks about, her children. And she's like, well, I want balance for my kids. I want them to exceed, but I also want them to be true to who they are. And I feel like that's all parents, you know what I'm saying? Well, some parents, like me, I want my kids to do what makes them happy. Even if it doesn't make them truly like rich and, to do all things and all like that. But if they're doing something that they love, it's legal and it makes them happy, I'm all for it. I took the biggest pay cut, guys, to take my job. I took a big pay cut. But making all that money did not give me happiness. I was coming home stressful. I wasn't spending time with my family. I took a job that is more about the heart, not about the pay. And it is still a little stressful. Yes, it is. It's stressful. It's probably more stressful than the last job I was doing. But it's a stress of, what can I do to help people out? Or can I just pray for them and try to see what else I can do? Maybe God will guide me to a direction to help them out. I don't know, but I understand what Carly's saying because that's how I feel about my own kids. And y'all let me know how y'all do. I mean, not everybody's the same. A lot of parents have goals and sets for their kids. I see this in you. This is what I want to I'm putting the seed in. This is what I want to ripen. I want you to use what you're naturally good at to make good money. So I guess it can go both ways. I'm more of I want you to be happy and be able to pay your bills. But I want you to be happy. I don't want you to be miserable at your job. But, like I said, parenting, we all parent differently, right? But, and then she talks about how Mike and Joss are achievers and how they run to challenges. And Drew's like you. And she was like, well, I don't know about that. And then she speaks about Morgan being a big dreamer. And I just keep thinking, are they going to bring Morgan back and say it wasn't him in the car and something happened and they switched his body and the Cassadines, Victor, or somebody's had him under ice for all this time? I miss me some Morgan. He was sexy. He was sexy. I'm sorry. Y'all can judge me. I don't care. But anywho, and then she says, she said that Morgan was a big dreamer, not so much about the follow-up. And Donna, she knows she's really still young, and she just hopes that she does not mess that kid up. And then Drew's like, well, if you do, she'll let you know. She is so cute, though. The dimples. She'll let you know. And she's not, and Donna's not afraid to speak her opinions. And I think that's a lot what she got from both her parents, especially her mother. But moving along, Donna, I'm sorry. I just skipped past the last of this. And Drew lets her know that Donna does have incredible role models like Josh and Michael. And Carly's like, Josh is an incredible young woman. And Michael is my rock. And I couldn't ask for a better son. And Drew says, well, I couldn't ask for a better friend. And I'm guessing they're having them do this moment even though Carly has always loved her son. Always loved her son. I mean, she might not have always thought smart about how to, handle the situation when he was younger, but she all and throughout loved her son. And I think they did this because they know that, she was going to get the big blowout when, old girl told her about the truth and stuff. Meanwhile, we're going to talk about that actually, because we got Miss Willow at work answering her phone on the job, and I'm like, didn't Dex just get in trouble for answering his phone on the job? But you see, she didn't. She waited till the nurse left, so I guess that's how you got to do it. And yes, that's how you have to do it. And she's getting a call from Michael, and she flashbacks before she answers to that scene when they were on the pier when she was going off on him about him being manipulative and keeping Nina at far. And if he really cared about how her effect was on the kids, then he would have told her the truth. Well, she's having this major flashback because they're still beefing with each other. So she's having this flashback while the phone is ringing, and she finally decides to answer. And I ain't gonna lie, they played this one really good. Because girls, ain't that what dudes do? Ain't that what they do? Yeah, so, the kids are over here. They're doing a show. I'm going to send you a video of the kids. And you looking like, bro, they live with me. What are you talking about? You're going to send me a picture and a video of our kids doing a show. Yeah, thanks a lot. And women might do that to men too. Might use the kids as a reason to give back. But I was like, okay, Michael, that's the oldest game in the book. I'm going to call and talk about the kids. And Willow's face is like, yeah, okay, And then, of course, he brings up, well, the kids was asking, and, they missing you, and I'm missing you. And I started thinking, like, wait a second. Are the Quartermain Corinthos children staying at the big house and not at the boathouse no more? I mean, when Nanny, because they got nannies, when Nanny came to grab up Amelia and Wiley, she took them upstairs. She didn't take them back to the boathouse. And I'm like, okay, I know Michael's at the big house, so I guess they're like doing it split. But then he said, well, your mom is going to come up here and kiss you, and the kids miss you. And I'm like, okay, I'm confused. I didn't know she left the kids too. She was like, deuces on all you motherfuckers. I don't know, guys. Y'all let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. But anywho, of course, Nina gets off. I think she gets off the elevator. Or Willow sees her, and she's like, I gotta go. And he's like, oh, well, I just want to know, can we talk? And she looks, she thinks, and she's maybe not. Today's not a good day. Maybe tomorrow. She hangs the phone up. I'm like, yes, girl. You make him eat a little bit more pie. You know what I'm saying? He got to learn to respect you. You know what I'm saying? He can't be just keeping stuff from you. I don't think this will be his last time doing it, but he can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. So I'm proud of Willow. We should be giving Willow a, come on, Willow. And she killed it. I'm sorry. Everybody always talk about how she's just so boring and stale. And she didn't have to get feisty and fiery, but she was giving fierceness. And I'm gonna give a hand clap to my girl Willow. I'm proud of her. And Willow's like, look, Nina, I'm at work. I ain't got time for this. What do you want? I was like, oh shit. And then it's like, just a few minutes. We haven't spoken, and there's so much we still need to talk about. So much that needs to be said. And Willow's like, am I supposed to thank you for stabbing Carly and Drew in the back and striking a deal with my husband? So everything could be quiet? And I'm like, oh, Willow got a little flash on her. Okay. In fact, Willow was giving flash all this time. And she telling the truth, And Nina's like, well, I'm not going to try to justify what I did. And Willow's like, well, that's a relief. But Nina, you give Nina an inch. But I would like to explain why I did it. Could you just give me a time, a date? It's just so much that we need to say to each other. And I'm like, And I'm thinking, how could you, she's always going to be around. Remember how she was when Sonny first came back from Nixon Falls? Nina was always around. Every time Sonny was there, Nina was there. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Every time Sonny was somewhere, Nina showed up. And I'm pretty sure she's going to do the same thing with the Willow situation. It's going to be so crazy. I'm I'm still here if you need me, Willow. And Willow's like, bitch, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I'm just joking. She didn't say bitch. She was like, I have nothing to say to you. Yes, but I think you do. And then, hold on, when she says that, Willow's like, fuck. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. Bitch, no, I don't have such to say to you. You just going to tell me you think I do, huh? Oh, my goodness. Where was I at? Okay. And Nina says, if I were you, I would let me have it. I was like, she just out here, just go ahead, get it out. Just beat me up with your verbal talk. And I could understand that. I could actually understand that. If you want, get it out. Baby, I'm sorry I hurt you, but get it out. But anyway, let's keep talking. Let's keep going on. We both have a lot of time. We both had a lot of pain in our life. And we could share this pain with each other. Gain a new understanding. Now, when she said that, I was like, but we don't trust you. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. We don't trust you. Why would I share my pain with your ass? What, you crazy. You crazy. And you crazy. She should have just told Willow the truth. She should have, Spider, Quake, she should have told Nina the truth. She should have told Nina as soon as Nina came, and as soon as she asked Nina, don't come after Carly anymore, and Willow made it and survived, she should have had Willow come and be like, look, we need to talk. Because I haven't been truthful with you. I'm petty and vindictive, and this is what I did. That would have given Willow a chance to be like, well, damn, that's fucked up, but let's see what we can do to help Carly and them out. And I got to think about how I'm going to act, but her finding this out later on and Nina doing all this shit to keep the lie going, I don't know. Where was we at? She's like, yeah, Nina says, if I were you, I would let me have it. We both had a lot, the pain, bullshit, have a new understanding. I think we should do that. Even if it's our last conversation. Then Carly walks up. Nina, haven't you caused enough damage already? Can't you just leave Willow alone? And she's like, Willow, are you okay? And then, oh my God. Okay, I love Nina for this one though. She was like, oh, please. Willow is a grown-ass woman, and she got no problem in telling me to beat it. And I'm thinking to myself, well, she actually did tell you she was at work. You kept talking. She kept trying to walk away. You kept talking. So I guess maybe you're wrong, Nina, because she was trying to get away from you, and you just kept talking. Anyway. Yeah. But, and Carly agrees. Yeah, but you never go away. She don't. She like that tired shoestring that just keeps dragging on the floor and getting dirtier and dirtier. Let me stop. Yeah, so Carly says, yeah, but you never go away, despite turning us into the SEC. And then it's so quippy, for a crime you actually committed. And then my Carly gets her again, baby, because this is what I've been saying. Really? And you're married to Sonny Corinthos? The audacity for her to keep talking about them doing a crime, and she's married to a crime lord. You look stupid. Now, for me, I would take that more if you was totally against crime, totally against everybody doing crime, and you wasn't married to a crime lord that you so in love with. Come on, guys. I know y'all all say, well, what they did was illegal. Yeah. What Sonny does is illegal half the damn time. Didn't he just try to off Cyrus in the hospital bed? And that ain't the first offing that Sonny has done. If you want to know who Sonny Corinthos is, start watching from the beginning and work your way up. And she wants to talk about this hypocrisy of the crime that Carly and them committed, like they did the crime towards her. She did it because she's a petty, vindictive, lashing out little 12-year-old. I'm being nice with my words. and like I said, she said, really? You're married to Sonny Corinthos. You came after me in spite, and others had to suffer. And then Nina's like, well, not Michael. She just, Patty. Nina gets the Petty Betty award. Kyrese, I am sorry, sweetheart, but Nina beats you in petty. She's the queen of it. I mean, she reigns petty. It just comes out of her tears, pettiness. Ah! And then Drew's like, well, what's that supposed to mean? And Nina's like, no need for no more secrets. Mike knew about me telling on you guys, and he knew the whole entire time. And Willow's like, oh shit. And of course Carly don't believe her. And she's like, and Nina tells her that that's why he was blackmailing her, is to keep her from her daughter. And Carly still thinks she's lying. And Nina tells her to ask Michael. Girl, Patty. Drew turns around again and asks, is Willow okay? And she says, no, but I will be. And then they walk off because, now Carly wants to confront Michael. And Willow's like, if you hadn't lost me before, Nina, you have now. I was like, oh, shit. So she might be mad at Mike, but she ain't that mad. She's protective of her man. Because that's her protecting Michael. Like, she didn't want them to come after Michael. He's going through enough. He just lost his grandma. And I think people are forgetting that these people just lost their grandma. You won't ever... Okay, so then they go into the room. They're in some doctor's office. And Nina's explaining that what she did was stupid, impulsive, an impulsive decision. But she was so upset about losing her. And she lashed out. She likes using that word, lashed out. That's a kid word. Kids lash out, not grown-ups. Grown-ups, you're supposed to be, better than that. But, whatever. Lashed out. Where were you? Lashed out. You are a wrecking ball. Nina, this is what I love about it. You gotta love to hate this motherfucker. I'm sorry, not motherfucker. I said it again. You gotta love to hate her. Because she's like, you know what? You're right. I am a lot. But please understand. I know you know this, but Carly has kept me from both of my daughters. Now, then you. And then Willow's full of fire today, baby. Because Willow's like, Nell was dead by the time Carly figured it out. And Nina flashes back, I only have Carly's word of that. I said, really? You only have Carly's word of that? Well, why didn't you ask Jax? Because Jax was there when she died. Why didn't you ask Jax? And actually, no, fuck asking Jax. Why don't you ask the man that you were married to, that you are married to, that knew all about it too? This is why I call BS on Nina and her BS. Because you're only mad at Carly, but you forgave Jax and you forgave Sonny. So you forgive the penises, but you don't forgive the vulvas. Yo, she's so much BS, man. Come on, guys. You feel that she just... Anyway. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? And then Willow hits her with the kill shot. Okay, well, you could take my word for this. Carly didn't tell me that you were my mom because I didn't want to know. And Nina's like, you don't mean that. And Willow's like, yes, I do. After the whole entire visitation hearing, I told Carly that I didn't want to find my birth mom for fear that she might turn out to be as awful as you are. Well, joke's on me, because here you are, my birth mother, petty, vindictive, and selfish to the core. I was like, oh, so you gonna tell, you know what? We always wonder when these things are going to come out. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, well, Carly didn't want it. And Carly wanted to tell her, but Willow kept saying, I don't want to know. I don't want to know who my birth mother is. Well, I ain't going to say Carly wanted to tell her, because Carly never wanted to tell her. She may have hinted to it, and I don't even know if that's true. But I know Willow did say that she don't want to know who her birth mother is. I know that much. And she said it more than once. So it just went away when everything came out that, Nina was Willow's mom and everything. And here it comes back. So the writers do have memory, folks. Cause man, I'm gonna hurry up because I'm 25 minutes in and I ain't even halfway through. Nina's like, I agreed, I've made some mistakes. Oh hell, Nina, please. It was all deliberate. You needed to hurt Drew in order to hurt you. You deliberately hurt Drew in order to hurt Carly. You were proud of what you done. No, I wasn't. Just like you enjoyed causing the rift between Michael, Drew, and his mother. I didn't want to say anything. And I'm like, you will lie right here because you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to say, well, Michael knew all about it. And when Willow says, bitch, I was there. I was right there. I was right there when you said it. Like Willow wasn't there, like she was just seeing things. Girl, you couldn't wait to tell them. You couldn't wait to tell Carly that. And Nina's like, well, he was blackmailing me. And she brings up the deal they made and how she agreed. Yeah, she agreed that losing her a little bit would be better than losing her at all. And Nina said, and look, that's what's happening now. And Willow's like, wow, Carly was right. All you do is lie to everyone. And the person you're really lying to is yourself. And you know what? Out of everybody that's confronted Nina, I think Willow was the most honest about Nina and how she is. You know what I'm saying? Because Nina has been lying to herself about a lot of stuff for a long time. But let's just be real. We're all just tired of her being a victim. I'm tired of her being a victim. I mean, how long can you be the victim? After a while, just like, come on, girl. Ball up. And Nina tells Willow about the night about when she was at the church and that she had really confessed and she, and asked for forgiveness for her sins. And this was a true turning point for her, and she had owned up, you know what I'm saying? And she realized that she was blaming Carly for keeping her daughters from her. And Willow's face turns back at her, and she's like, you still gonna go back with this? And then she continues, but the important thing is, I'm gonna stop blaming Carly, and I'm gonna stop beating myself up for the mistakes that I've made. And then Willow brings up, how Drew got beaten in jail. And Nina says, I feel terrible about that. And Willow's like, and that means nothing. You were desperate to hide it, and that's why you agreed to work with Michael. And then Nina comes out with this craziness talking about, well, I really didn't. What did she say? Nina tells Willow that she wasn't just thinking about herself, but she was thinking about Michael as well. I was like, okay, now she's got the shovel, and she's just digging it deeper and digging it deeper. Because she's digging her grave. She's digging her grave with that one. Oh, please. And then that's when Willow starts to walk away. I know if you found out that Mike was blackmailing me, that it would affect your marriage and your family, and that's who would pay the price. And I love you, and I want the kids to be happy, and I want you to be happy. You may have convinced yourself that you had a noble motive, but all you ended up doing is hurting me, Michael, and my children. Carly and Drew, who saved my life. And I think that is the whole entire wrap up right there, is that her actions did hurt Willow. Her actions hurt Michael. Her actions hurt Carly and Drew. And even though Nina don't give a damn about Carly and Drew, Willow does. Willow does. And that's why I always say she should have just been honest when she was in the hot. She should have been told her the truth. I'm petty. I ain't shit, okay? I'm a damaged individual, and I need to give myself a reckoning. And I did this to you. I did this to them, okay? And girl, shame the devil. And okay, so you may have, yeah, where are we at? And then that's when Willow tells her, "It's enough, Nina. I want nothing more to do with you." And Nina's like, "I'm not giving up on you," like she told Sonny. "I'm not giving up on you. I have hope that you will forgive me and we can start again as mother and daughter." And her voice cracks. And I think that's the first time I felt anything for Nina, was that moment right there. I was like, ouch. Damn. Damn, girl, why you just tell the truth? You tell the fucking truth, girl. And Nina's like, "Hope all you want, but I'm done," and walks out the door. I'm sorry. I got hey, Willow got balls, guys. We got to give it to her. And then we're going to talk real quick about the Liz and Finn situation. So, they got Dr. Sawyer up in the office, and Finn's telling Liz that she don't need to be there because he don't want to get her in trouble and this could get dicey. And Liz is like, "Dicey? Oh, I know dicey." And Liz knows dicey. She ain't got no problem. And he's like, "Oh, so you're not leaving? I guess you're not leaving." She's like, "I'm not going anywhere." And Dr. Sawyer comes in, and they got her coming in under the impression that they needed help consulting on a patient. And when she finds out that the patient they're wanting to get consult information in is a Mr. Muldoon, she tells him that she can't say anything without a court order, which is true. And normally they don't say nothing in, because she can't break patient-doctor confidentiality even if the patient is dead. So Finn's like, so that's when Liz jumps in and she's like, "Look, can I talk to you real quick? Can I just spit game at you? I'm a nurse here and all that." And so Dr. Sawyer's like, "Well, I've learned to listen to the nurses. So tell me what you're talking about." And she explains to how Finn had discovered and cured her sister from Blackwood's disease, and how he gave the patent to the hospital so the hospital could be saved from financial ruin. And how he loves being a doctor, and imagine if you can't be a doctor anymore, how that feels. And I'm sitting here like, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? That ain't got nothing to do with her breaking her ethics for you. What are you talking about, Liz? So he saved your sister. So that means we get to just throw ethics out the way. But anywho, the doctor caves, and they have a hypothetical discussion about Mr. Muldoon, and there could have hypothetically been a referral to an oncologist, and hypothetically he might not have followed up. And after the doctor leaves, the doctor leaves. She does tell them, she will do a deposition if she needs to. So she's honestly going to really help Finn out if she does. But to me, it sounds like, because Finn's like, "Well, why wouldn't he tell his wife? Why would And no, because Liz is like, "Well, why didn't he tell his wife?" And he's like, "Well, she probably didn't know." And I'm sitting there thinking, this man got a death notice that he was dying of cancer. And instead of dying of cancer, he decided to live his life doing what he wanted to do. Kind of like the Gregory and the ALS thing. I'm thinking that's what happened with Mr. Muldoon. He enjoyed traveling. He enjoyed going to third world countries, doing whatever he was doing in them. And he didn't want to stop. He wanted to do that till he died. So he died doing what I think he was at home with his family when he died. I don't know that part. But that's the only thing I could think. Because why would you, just not tell your family you have cancer unless you don't want them to think of you as sickly, and you want to keep traveling. And maybe he knew that they wouldn't let him travel if they knew he was sick. Who knows? But I'm thinking that's how she's going to end up dropping the case, because spoilers say that the wife ends up dropping the case, and I'm wondering if that's what it is. So let's swing on over to Laura's penthouse. And Esme is in the building, and she wants her son, baby, and she is not having none of Spencer's crap. And Spencer's like, he's sleeping, and why can't we just talk about what happened in court? And she's like, what does it matter? Give me my kid. And he's like, dang, just slow down. He's sleeping. Like I said, why can't you tell me what happened in court? How'd you get off? And Ez doesn't really trust why Spencer's asking her all these questions. And she's also mad because he didn't bring Ace to the courthouse. And he brings up, why? So that you could sway the judge? And she was like, no. But if I go to court, I want to say goodbye to my baby. And swaying the judge wouldn't hurt either. And he's like, yeah, there she is. I had to play that twice just to make sure I heard him say that. And Spence questions why she's free. And did Ava drop the charges? And she's like, Ava would have brought her own electric chair if she could have got it through the security door. I'm like, most likely. I agree with that. That statement is very true. And Ed says she's changed. And Spence says, yeah. And Ed says, and you know, I've changed. I'm not the same person. And he says, no, you mean you brokered a deal? And Esme tells him what's up. And then she says, you know, tells him what happened and how she got the deal. And then she's like, I'm going to get my son. Goodbye. And he's like, you can't. And she's like, boy, bye. He's my son. And he's like, I need to tell you something. And she's like, oh, about you going to Paris? Yeah, Trina already told me. She was butthurt about that one. And at least now I know where your priorities are, and they're not with your little brother. And I'm like, this is so creepy. His brother is not his priority. That's his brother. Weird. And he says, you know nothing about my priorities, Sheila. And she said, look. He said, Ace is home. Ace is home is not with you. He just told her, Ace's home is not with you anymore. And she's like, you're not Ace's father. You don't tell me shit. And he says, I'm not. I'm his brother. And I love him very much. And then this is where I'm like, okay, Esme, let this Spencer weirdness go. Because she's like, prove it. Don't leave. And he stares at her like, right. Like I said, where's my son? I'm leaving. That's when Spence then tells her that Ace is gone. And he smiles and tells her that Nicholas, that he tells her that Ace is with our father, their father. And I'm like, why you had to smile and say it though? And she's like, Nicholas was here? Yes, that's why I didn't bring Ace to court. He wanted to take me too. Me and Ace. He tells her he took him some, and then she says, well, where did he take him? He says, someplace safe. And she's like, Ace is safe with me. Did you at least fight him? I don't even see any scratches on you. Did you at least try to call the police? We have to find where your father took Ace. I don't know where he took Ace, but you need to accept the fact that he's gone. I was like, ooh, this is horrible. This is horrible. And Esme's like, the hell I do. I'm his mother, legal guardian. Nicholas has no right. He has abandoned his son. He says, y'all are tripping. I am calling the police. And that's when he says, put that phone away. And she's like, you don't tell me what to do. And Spencer tells her that he knows, that Spencer flashes back to when they were in jail. And he tells her, I know who you are. And he says, Spencer tells her that he knows. He flashbacks to the prison scene. Good old Esme that lived to do her father's bidding. Esme tries, of course, to deny that she's not this person and she doesn't know what he's talking about. And Spencer tells her about him calling her Spence, and that's what she used to call him back in the day. And she's like, so you believe all of this because I called you Spence? And he was like, yeah, right after you broke into Windermere. He was like, Esme tries to deny it when Spencer tells her about all she has done. And he's like, yeah, I remember the same Esme that targeted me, convinced me that you loved me when you didn't. Now, this new Esme, she was a good mother, but poof, she's gone. He calls her a puppet for her psychotic daddy. I'm like, well, she's really hasn't had the opportunity to be the puppet for her psychotic daddy. She was just trying to figure it out, but now you have enraged the dragon. She's enraged. It's about to go down. Esme is not taking this lightly. And she's like, you and your daddy are both about to go to jail. You got me fucked up. And he says, you call the police and I'll tell them about you having your memories back and you will have to serve time. And she's like, oh, because I called you Spence. And he's like, and after you broke in Windermere, it will be suspicious. Do you really want that suspicion on you? And she takes off. So I feel like she's already proven right then and there that, you know, to him that she's the S. And now we're going to go ahead and wrap this up with the Quartermaines. I love the Quartermaines, guys. And guess all of the Quartermaines, yeah. Oh, I was talking about all the Quartermaines staying in the house. So Tracy asks Mike, will he be joining them for dinner? Because Leo is insisting that they wait for him. And Michael apologizes to Leo and tells him that he's heading out. And I'm like, where are you going? Don't be Nina following Willow around now. But Mike sees Ned and says, hey, Ned, can you sign that proxy back on over now? And Tracy's like, why? And he tells her, well, that's what the conditions of the agreement. And Tracy brings up that Ned kept his part of the bargain. And I'm like, no, actually, Ned didn't, Tracy. Ned was actually the first person after Lois busted everybody out to confess. So he technically did give up his rights to the proxy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But I always felt like once he said what he said to Sonny without Michael still saying anything, because Michael hadn't said that it was true yet. Michael was still sitting there looking in the back like, oh shit, it's about to go down. So Ned, you know, confessed that. So he actually did give up his the proxy back to Michael. And Tracy wants to know, okay, hold on. Oh, and so Ned tells him, Mike says, oh. And then Michael be petty as fuck. Because then Mike says, if I lose what I love the most over all of this, at the least, Ned should lose control over ELQ. I'm like, you just a petty little fucker, aren't you? Just petty as fuck. What does Ned have to do with this? What does Ned have to do with you and Nina and all that? You want to, what was that for, Michael? Quartermaine to the heart, and that's what Tracy calls him. And Ned tries to bust him out because he's like, Ned tells him that I will return the proxies back over and they'll be on your desk the first thing. And Michael says thank you, and Ned's like, don't misinterpret this as a victory, Michael. And Michael's like, there's nothing to interpret, Ned. I loaned over my proxies to you, and now I want them back. It's just a matter of business. And Ned's like, no, the real issue is that it's not just a matter of business. It was actually a family matter. And Ned questions Michael as to why he did that, why he did this in the first place. And Michael flashes back over to him having that conversation with Nina when he first was busting her out about everything. And he says, well, I was protecting my family. And Tracy's like, no, Ned's like, you sound like grandfather at his worst. And Tracy's like, wow, disregard your cousin. He has a noble streak that only shows up when he wants the moral high ground. And I'm like, that's true. That's true. And Ned tells Tracy to thank you for the support, mother. And Tracy goes on about, you know, Mike's a Quartermaine, and he's acting very Quartermainely, and she would never, and her father and her are very proud. And I'm like, yeah, I already said it when he first did this whole entire thing. I said, ooh, AJ, go ahead on AJ. But I didn't even forget about Granddaddy. We all know Edward was a hot motherfucking mess, honey. Blackmail was his name. That was his middle name, was Edward Blackmail Quartermaine, because he was blackmailing and doing all kind of shit. Edward and his sheaves, I'll tell you. But Michael was a lot more dedicated with his, and Tracy admires that. Ned says he can't believe what he's hearing, and Tracy says since he showed his true colors, Father would be proud. And I'm like, funny? Yeah, he would. She's like, underneath that mild-mannered baby face beats the heart of a true Quartermaine. And I'm like, well, he is a Quartermaine. Anyway, Mike tells Tracy that he kept his silence about Nina because of Willow and his kids, and that they are his main and top priority above anybody else. And as he's saying that, we got Carly and Drew coming in, and Tracy's like, oh, I think we need to leave. I think they need something to discuss. I feel kind of famished. And Nedley, what does he say? Yes, treachery always improves the appetite. I love the Quarterman. I love when we... Today was a good show, guys. It was a good show. Let me hurry up and wrap this up, though. So Carly's like, so Nina told you. Michael tells Carly that. So Nina told you. And Carly's like, yeah, she did. And I called her a liar. But for the first time, Nina wasn't lying, was she? And meanwhile, Tracy's trying to listen to the conversation, eating hummus. And she's like, damn it, I can't hear anything. There's no yelling. And she wishes she could be a fly on the wall. And Ned's upset that Michael played him fast and loose and his mom's not saying anything about it. And Tracy starts to laugh and she's like, you just don't care. You just don't get it. I don't care about Michael. Ned's not sure and calls him the apple of Tracy's eye. He was just being petty. And Tracy tells him that she's proud of a Quartermain when they act like a Quartermain. When Mike does it, it's a thing of beauty. He knows what he wants. He's very practical about how to get it. So she's giving him compliments, which for Tracy is something else. But then she reminds Ned at the moment he's distracted and not he's distracted with all this Nina stuff. But at some point he's going to turn his attention back to ELQ, and you better be ready because you know Tracy's all about the ELQ. This is the same damn dilemma. And then she tells him that she does care about him and his brother Dylan, even though Dylan doesn't have a head for business. And she does make a special honorable mention. You know, of course, she loves Brooklyn, but she does make a special honorable mention about Leo. And he says, what about Leo? He says, he's my grandson. I don't care whose blood he is. And I love and adore him. And I'm like, oh, I love that too. And Tracy always says that. And Tracy said at the end, and this is Tracy right here. The only way you come out on top is if you're standing on top of others. I think that's the Quartermain slogan. What do y'all think? But let me hurry and wrap this up because I'm so long in the tooth today, guys. And so we're going to get back to the Drew and the Carly situation. And Drew asks Mike, why would he protect Nina? And he tells him, I wasn't trying to protect Nina. I was trying to protect my family. And then Carly's like, I don't want to hear all that shit. When did you find out? And he tells her at the wedding. And this is what cracks me up. She says, you didn't object? And I'm like, Carly, no, he didn't pull a you. And if anybody knows Carly, she is the queen of objecting at Sonny's weddings. At least all of them, I think. I want to say damn near all of them. So that was funny when she said that. And he was like, it was too late. They were already married. Drew was already in prison. And so Drew's like, so that makes it right? You not telling us? And Michael's like, the damage was already done, Drew. It wouldn't have gotten you out. It would have only ended up hurting my dad and Willow. And Drew's like, well, you still could have told us. You could have let us decide. And Michael's like, I know what kind of woman Nina is. I had to limit my kids' exposure to her. I had to protect them and Willow. And Carly's like, by keeping information from us? And Michael tells her how he went to go visit Sonny, and Sonny was so happy and gushing about his wedding, and he just couldn't hurt his dad. So I blackmailed Nina instead. So this is the part where I had to look at Drew like, who the hell are you? Again. Because he's like, you put Sonny's happiness ahead of your friendship with me? And then Michael's like, I didn't see it that way. Well, that's the way I see it. We're friends. We're partners. We're family. I trusted you. Your mom trusted you. And this is how you repay us? And I'm like, okay, whoa, Drew, whoa. And I think Carly was, because Carly was looking at Drew when he was talking too. Like, of course he put his father's happiness over you knowing something, Drew. It wasn't going to help you get out of jail. So I don't understand what that was all about. I was like, this man has some balls and audacity. You're asking this child, did he put his father over you? You're damn right he did. What did you expect? Over your friendship, that's his daddy. Over your family, that's his daddy. Boy, you ain't even here half the damn time. And that's the thing that got me. Drew ain't even here half the time. So you want Michael to attach his boat to you and you hardly ever here. But Sonny's here 24/7 and that's his daddy. And wrong or right, that's what it is. Okay? Wrong or right, that's what it is, guys. But anywho, Mike tries to explain himself again, but Drew says, you know what, man? I understand you. I understand you exactly now. Let's go, Carly. And Carly looks at him like, I'm staying here to talk to my son. Because I'm like, what do you mean, let's go, Carly? She ain't even said nothing. You've been the one talking this whole entire time. I mean, she said a couple of things, but it wasn't like she said. Anyway, maybe I'm just being harsh on Drew, guys. Y'all let me know if I'm being harsh on Drew. Can y'all let me know if I'm being harsh on Drew? But I just thought he was out of pocket for that one. I understand he has the right to be angry. I'd be angry too. But what could he have done by telling them what happened? Especially him, and he's all wounded up. But anyhow, I'm going to get off of it. Because this video's already too damn long. But if you managed to stay with me the whole entire time, I appreciate you. This won't happen again. I promise you guys, I'm going to work better on my timing. But I hope you guys have a good day, a good night. Like I said, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. Please leave your comments in the comments section. I look forward to hanging out with you guys tomorrow. Smooches! Mwah!